On Friday, a week after the floods began in the state of Texas, Donald Trump finally got around to going down there and touring the devastation, but that only lasted a few moments. What he really wanted to do, as Trump always does, is get in front of cameras. He wanted to talk to reporters. He wanted to talk about how great and grand he is, how great his administration is, and of course, how great the Republicans that have destroyed the state of Texas are. But it didn't go as planned for poor little Donnie, no, because the reporters that actually live in those areas that, of course, have been devastated, they don't want to hear the pats on the back of the Trump administration because they know firsthand this administration does not deserve any credit for anything other than completely botching the federal response to the Texas floods. So a reporter from a local CBS affiliate asked Donald Trump about the delayed response, and that caused Donald Trump to go even more insane than he usually is. Here's the clip.
Here with CBS News Texas, several families we've heard from are obviously upset because they say that those warnings, those alerts didn't go out in time, and they also say that people could have been saved. What do you say to those families?
Well, I think everyone did an incredible job under the circumstances. This was, I guess Christie said, a 1 in 500, 1 in 1,000 years. And I just have admiration for the job that everybody did. There was just admiration. Only a bad person would ask a question like that, to be honest with you. I don't know who you are, but only a very evil person would ask a question like that. I think this has been heroism. This has been incredible, really, the job you've all done. It's easy to sit back and say, oh, what could have happened here or there, you know. Maybe we could have done something differently. This was a thing that has never happened before.
An evil person would ask such a question. No, you see, Donald, you always seem to get things confused. You think evil is just anything you don't like. And you don't like the truth. So in your demented brain, and I do mean that literally, truth is evil because truth is counter to what you want. And because you don't want it, it is therefore evil, which justifies in your brain that you do not want it because it's evil. Now, that question from that reporter was valid. It is a question that past administrations have been asked when they have botched responses to natural disasters. George W. Bush and FEMA and Hurricane Katrina, remember that? This is what happens. This is called accountability, and that reporter did a damn good job. Because here's the facts. Here's what we know. When Kristi Noem came in as the new chief of the Department of Homeland Security, which oversees FEMA, she implemented a new rule that says anytime there is more than $100,000 worth of aid going to anywhere in the country, she, as the Secretary of Homeland Security, has to personally sign the order. If she does not sign it, aid cannot be distributed. Texas requested that aid last Friday. Noem didn't sign it till Monday. There was a 3-day gap, which the reporter is talking about. Like, there's a 3-day gap. What the fuck happened? So Noem signs it on Monday after she spent the weekend posting polls on Instagram asking people which official portrait of her should hang in the South Dakota State House. Because that was her priority. Which one do I look prettiest in? All right, which one do I look most like a cowgirl? Now, be honest, guys, because I don't want to, this is a big decision. Texas was dying. Children were dying in floodwaters that they had been treading in for 24 hours, Kristi. And you're more concerned about which hat makes me look better. Instagram, do your thing. People are dead because of the delayed federal response. And it's not evil to point that out. It's accurate and honest to point that out. Kristi Noem should be prosecuted for what she did. Because this was gross negligence. Now, of course, as a government official, you cannot be prosecuted for those things, so don't think that that's a thing that's going to happen. But if a corporation were to do the same thing, absolutely, those making the decisions would be prosecuted. If a citizen made those decisions, they would be prosecuted. Kristi Noem cannot be, but she should be. So, nobody gets held accountable. Donald Trump running cover for his administration, acting like everything is fine. Kids are dead. Parents are dead. And this administration botched this response so badly that even the local rescue workers on the ground couldn't even get in touch with FEMA or the Department of Homeland Security to get them to send their search and rescue people. Nobody was answering the phones, they said. Now, this has been documented, by the way. They needed help. They begged for help, and they couldn't get it from this administration. Trump is lying that everything went perfectly and smoothly. It went poorly, not by accident, but by design, because of the decisions and choices that Kristi Noem made when she first came into office. Thanks for watching, everybody. And if you're not already, please subscribe to the channel. We got fresh content every day for you. And if you want to follow us across social media, make sure you check out all of the social links that we have posted in the description of this video.